Hi, I'm E.D. Lewis, and welcome back to my channel, the new E.D. Lewis Reviews, and I promise I'll quit saying that after this month. If you haven't been to my channel before, welcome, and if you've been here, of course, you know, it's always good to see you. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. It happens. For this video, I am doing a book haul. It is books that I got during the holiday season. These are gifts. Either there's a few that actually were gifts from myself to myself, and the rest were all gifts given to me during the Yuletide season. So, without any more further ado, let's just get on with the books. So, first off, I have Served Cold, which is edited by R. St. Clair and Steve Donahue. It is a HorrorTube anthology. I had the first HorrorTube anthology that was done called Local Haunts. I was also in Local Haunts. And I'm looking forward to reading this one. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to it, though, because it's just touch and go with me on, you know, what I pick up to read. But I am hoping to get to this book this year for sure. So I may be reading it at a really weird time of the year. I may read it during the summer. I'm not sure, but I will get to it, and I will definitely be doing a review over it. Next up, we have Paperbacks from Hell. Paperbacks from Hell, The Twisted History of 70s and 80s Horror Fiction by Grady Hendrix. Next up, these are books that actually... My sister got me an Amazon gift card, and of course I spent it on books, so... or mostly on books. So this first, so all of these ones are all digital from her. And the first one I picked out, I'm waiting for it to come up because I think I'm going to go ahead and read a brief synopsis of this one. I'm not sure yet. Let's just This is Blackwood Farm by Anne Rice. It's one of the few Vampire Chronicles books I don't have, and I have not read this one either. I've only read Interview with the Vampire through The Tale of the Body Thief, which was one of my most recent reviews, actually. Okay, here we go. So the next one is Servant of the Bones. It's also by Anne Rice, and this one I've heard a little bit about, not very much, and it just interests me so much that I had to check it out, so I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and get that. Next up on our list is Fire by Carolyn B. Cooney. This one, I recently actually got the second book in this trilogy. This is the third one, Fire, and I have read Fog, or The Fog, as it was originally titled. It's a gothic thriller trilogy by Carolyn B. Cooney, and it was part of Point Horror. Now, of course, this edition that I have and the prior one, The Snow, or Snow, are not in their original format, of course, because these are the digital versions, but it's still gothic horror, gothic thriller, so, and I do want to finish that trilogy, so now I can. I have the other two books. And the last one that I got from my sister is... oh, it's right there. I couldn't find it at first. It's called Warlord of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs. This is the third and the final part in the original trilogy of the John Carter of Mars trilogy books by Edgar Rice Burroughs. I have the first two books. I've read the first one. I haven't read the second one or the third one yet. And there's other books in the series too, but this was the original three, and it kind of tells from what I understand, the second book ends on a cliffhanger, and this one picks up on that cliffhanger and finishes the story. So, I got that one, so I'm very happy about that. Next up, some of my friends got together and we did something we called Family Christmas, or I called, you know, secretly Family Yuletide. My old boss actually, she did bring some, you know, we had some white elephant kind of, you know, white elephant gifts and gag gifts, and then we had some actual gifts, some that we all, you know, that we kind of exchanged cards or some gifts, and my old boss, she actually got me this, which is Creative Writer's Notebook, and it's 20 great authors and 70 writing exercises. So it has all kinds of information about all these famous writers, Virginia Woolf, Stephen King, Ernest Hemingway. Who else is in this book? I already said Virginia Woolf. I think James Joyce is in here. Yes, James Joyce. William S. Burroughs. So, a lot of famous ones. Margaret Atwood's in here too. So, and it's got all these prompts and exercises for writing and stuff. That book. So I'll get into that at some point then this year. May even do some videos on it because it's AuthorTube for sure. I haven't done much AuthorTube, like one video where I showed my workspace. So, all right. Next up, these next three are from actually my partner. He got me the Birthday Oracle. Discover Everything That Your Birth Date Says About You by Pam Carruthers. And I have looked through and read little bits and pieces. It gives every day of the year, and it gives you so whatever day you were born on, it gives you a meditation. It tells you what your card is, what your planets are. It gives you a famous quote from somebody who has that same birthday. It tells a list of celebrities, so actors, producers, famous writers, and such that have share the same birth date. It tells what your strengths and your weaknesses are, and it kind of gives you a general, things about you, at least, what astrology has to say. So, then he also got me Supernatural Short Stories, edited by Joshua Perry. It does have some stories that I already have. I think there's Dracula's Guest in here, which I already have and I've read. But that's perfectly fine because, so many stories get reused into different collections. It has The Vampire by John William Polidori. I already have that and a few other books, but that's fine. Last one from him is The Book of Spells, Powerful Magic to Make Your Dreams Come True by Pamela Ball. So, that's another one he's got for me. So, and he left the price tag on it. Very up my alley. Okay, next up. This one actually came from my in-laws, and it is Classic Horror Tales. It has a nice kind of, almost like the cover almost feels like suede or something. On the back it has a quote, "The road grew wilder and drearier and more faintly traced. I cannot read apparently. That's pretty bad. And vanished at length, leaving him in the heart of the dark wilderness. Young Goodman Brown. See, I'm having trouble here. But if you look inside, it has this great picture of this cemetery. It's in the front and the back. That is just awesome. I love that. That's just beautiful. And it has several stories in here, some of which I have and some that I don't. It has Turner the Screw in it, so I'm actually going to get rid of my copy of Henry James Turner the Screw in favor of this. It also has some, like I said, that I've never even read, but a few I have elsewhere, but, that happens with anthologies. But this is a beautiful, truly beautiful edition. Even the side there, it has this creepy spider on it. It has all these words on the front and names and stuff like that all carved into the front of it. So that's just really cool. Two more. All right, this next one is an audiobook that I received, and it's by Heather Graham. It's Dark Rites. And it's, I guess it's like a paranormal and romance. It may even be gothic, but it has to do with witches. So it sounds interesting, so I'll have to listen to it sometime. I've never read any Heather Graham. And this last one, I don't really understand this one. I looked it up, and it's part of a series based off famous paintings. And the series is called Portraits. And it's Of Flowers and Shadows by Anna Kerwin. It's a famous painting. I guess it's about these girls. You know, each book is about these girls and these famous paintings. And this is like the first one in the series, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's like the first or second. It's either like the first or second, because there's another one already in the series. It mentions here, it says available now, and it's by a different author. So I don't know. Anyway, that is what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in February. So stay safe, stay warm, and stay spooky, and keep reading. So I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.